Congratulations on making it through the first lesson in our introductory unit and moving on to lesson 0.2, which is all about chemistry classroom expectations. Brief reminder, as with all videos that you'll watch in this class, make sure it's the only thing that you are watching and focusing on. You're not listening to music or doing other things, and be sure to be taking notes at the same time. You won't have to turn in your notes, but you will need them for future activities. So let's get started. What is expected of you as you come into chemistry every day? First of all, chemistry is a lot of work. It is not an easy breezy class. Um, and it is super important that you understand each concept that we go through because they definitely build on each other. Because you'll be working some at your own pace. There's some things, again, that I will expect from you every day when you walk in the door to class. The first one is that you use your time wisely. You definitely don't want to run out of time as you're working. You want to make sure and get every assignment done. Um, Obviously, respect yourself and respect others. They are trying to work while they're in here, and you need to not be a distraction. Definitely try your best. Some things might be difficult for you. Keep trying, keep working, and keep a mind open. Don't just think, oh, I can't do that and quit. But keep working. Definitely ask questions. Ask questions of the other people in this room. Ask questions of yourself. Ask questions of me. But asking questions is definitely a good way to get more knowledge. Obviously, we want you to work safely. We will talk more about the specific safety rules going forward. And walk in the door prepared to work every day and prepared to really focus on chemistry every day for the full hour and whatever minutes that you're in here. So here are some of my classroom rules that will help you as you are working towards meeting those expectations. First, about cell phones. Multitasking is a myth. A lot of people say they can multitask, but that just means they're getting two things halfway done at the same time instead of doing one thing well and then doing another thing well. So, because of that reason, and because it is very, very important for safety reasons that you are able to hear me at all times in case I need to give urgent instructions. Every day, you will place your cell phone in the wall hanger at the back of the room. You will be assigned a number. Well, you probably already have been assigned a number. But anyway, every day, first thing you walk in the door, place your cell phone in the numbered slot, and it stays there until you walk out the door at the end of class. There are no exceptions to this. No, you cannot use it to listen to music. Just it's in the back of the room, so it's not a distraction. 2, there is what is called a pacing tracker. Every day, an updated tracker will be displayed on the board, and this is to help you stay on task. Because as you can see, this is just a fake class, obviously, but it says what lesson that you're on. It gives the information on what lesson you should be on, if you're on pace for the day. If your name is in blue, that means you have something to fix from the previous lesson. You made some mistakes that need to be revised, so you need to make sure you see me about that. And it gives a schedule. So this just keeps you up to date with where you are and what's going on. It also shows you other people who might be in the same place as you, right? So let's say Kevin, he's got to revise lesson 2 here. He's stuck. He doesn't know what to do. But look, Adam also is on lesson 2. So they can work together, or Kevin can ask Adam some questions, or Brianna, or Elisa, or Blair, who's already done it, and get some extra help. And he knows who to ask, right? He doesn't want to go back and ask Tyrell because he's still on lesson 1, so that wouldn't be helpful, right? Or, you know, Nate, who's still only on lesson 1, can't help Kevin with lesson 2. So he knows who to go to talk to get help. So this is one thing that will be posted every day to keep you on task. Your computers are only to do classwork, only for chemistry, not to do other things. We're not, again, listening to music. We're not looking at pictures. We're not watching videos unless they're of class videos that you're supposed to be watching. And other than that, they're closed, put away. Unless you're working on an assignment, you don't need it. At the beginning of class, we talked about this in the last lesson, but the first thing that you do as you walk in the door is grab a do now sheet from the back table. If it is the first day you are on a lesson, you'll complete the side that says first day. So it's got some things for you to answer. Excuse me. Again, we talked about this yesterday. This is just a reminder, or earlier today, whatever. We talked about this in the first lesson. If it's the second day, so say you started lesson 0.2 yesterday, and today you're finishing it, so you're in the middle of it, then you flip to the back side of the do now sheet and answer those questions. This is an old version, so this lesson objective is not on it now. But if you started a lesson and now you're on the second day, make sure you do the backside and get this turned in the first 5 minutes of class. Again, as a reminder from the first lesson, this is a quiet time. You are not having conversation. You are sitting, you are thinking about and getting ready and planning out your time. So you're taking a couple minutes to get your thoughts organized, start thinking about science, and planning out what you're going to do for the class time that day. The next important thing I want to mention is due dates. With every unit, you will get an objective sheet that will give all the important dates. Just because this is self-paced and you can kind of work on your own pace doesn't mean you have till the end of the semester to work on stuff. There are deadlines. Each unit has a hard deadline, which it will be completed by, and there will be some sort of assessment, a test, a mini project, a something. So be watching for those due dates, right? Once a unit is done, it is done forever. You can't go back and make up work. You can't keep working. It's done. So in this example one, must be completed by Friday, January 8th. This is from last year, obviously, at 4:30. And then there was a quiz on Friday during class. But after that, no more working on these lessons. And remember, any notes, most of the assignments, except for labs, you can work on at home. So if you find yourself a little bit behind, you can catch up and work at home. Couple other things. Again, this is a lab class. All safety procedures must be followed at all times. I will ask you to leave the room if you're not working safely. We will go into specifics about what those safety procedures are next week. If you need to use the restroom, don't worry about asking me. There's this sheet at the back of the room. Just fill it out when you leave and when you come back. I request that there's only one person out of the room at a time. So if you go back there to look at the sheet and someone has signed out, but they haven't signed back in, wait till they get back and then you can go. So make sure you fill that out anytime you leave the room. And as I've said before, and I will continue to say, you're not listening to music while you're working. I need you to be able to hear me in case there's a problem or I have instructions to give. It's a safety issue. So no headphones music, headphones to listen to videos, but it shouldn't be so loud that you can't hear over top of it. But no distracting music while we are working. And that is all for this video. Go on now to do the assignments. There's 2 of them. One of them is required. One of them is just recommended. They are in your notes packet and also on Canvas. And then when you are done with them, you can move on to the mastery check for this lesson.